In the latest PTR patch, they decided to nerf Shirking Fortification. So in this video, I'm going to take a look at it. Is it really nerfed, or should we be worried about our best in slot perk? Maybe you need new gear now. Well, let's take a look. So let me go over this perk. Basically what they did to this nerf is they adjusted issue where the base duration and max duration of Shirking Fortification perk was set to the same value. Base value was meant to be lower, reducing the duration of Fortify from 6 seconds to 4 seconds. Now, when I was reading this, I thought maybe Shirking Fortification has a 6-second cooldown now and only a 4-second uptime. So there would be about a 2-second delay between when we can reapply Shirking Fortification. So I wanted to test this to see if we can actually have 100% uptime still of Shirking Fortification. So I went to the PTR with my twin brother Fusion Thunder. I'll put his channel in the description below. He also does test. So I went there. I wanted to test if we can have 100% uptime still on Shirking Fortification. Well, I tested it and we can still basically have Shirking Fortification up 100% of the time. Sure, we lose out on 2 seconds, but with 4 seconds, we can basically regenerate our stamina completely and still have it up. So it doesn't really matter because you can have it up 24/7 if you dodge correctly. I think the 2 seconds is a nerf. You will have to dodge a little bit more often now, and your stamina management will have to be on point. But overall, you can still have it up 24/7. I'm not sure if anybody managed this really, because when I usually just dodge when I am in clumps, and sometimes I get it. Well, most of the time, because there's so many people hitting me. But most of the time I get it, and I don't really look at my bar. I look at my opponent when fighting. So it's not really a nerf completely. Sure, it's a nerf. Maybe if you run away and you don't have the 2 seconds, you're gonna get clapped. But overall, it isn't really a nerf, and I think we're fine. Compared to Shirking Heals, I'm not sure. I don't really think if it's 100% uptime, it can compare to Shirking Heals while fighting in clumps. But overall, maybe they messed up and didn't give it a cooldown reduction. We'll probably find out when the patch releases, but so far it isn't a nerf. Sure, 2 seconds is bad, but overall I think it's still fine. It's still the best in slot perk. If you want to see a test where I test Shirking Fortify versus Shirking Heals, then you can watch this video. It will still be relevant after this nerf.